And a big welcome to you and everyone who is able to join this broadcast today. My name is EDA AITALEGBE. Today I am talking to a very special guest. Well, every time I have a guest, I say that guest is special, and I do mean it, and I do mean it every time that I say it. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that is not so common, especially in Africa. In most developed countries, it is a subject, it is an issue that is quite widespread and well preserved and well taken care of. And I'm talking about elderly care. This particular issue, this particular topic came into, my purview because I was looking online and I had seen a post that my guest had put up, and I said, hey, this seems very interesting. And it has to do with a bit of my own background, at least in social services. And the most interesting part about it is that this particular guest, is one that I would never have associated with a topic or an issue like this. So it was quite surprising, and I decided, hey, get on board. Let's talk about this. So without much ado, without talking too much, I'm going to bring her on now. I'm talking about a dear friend of mine. So full disclosure, I know her. Hello, Eda. How are you doing?
Hi, Ehi. Nice having me on the program.
Yeah.
How's it going?
All good. And like I had said initially, full disclosure that I do know you from way back. I have known Eda for close to over 20 years now, if I'm correct, right? Something like that. Yeah, at least, quite a number of years I have known Eda, and it is an honor for me to have her on now. So, I mean, if you heard the intro that I was putting out there, I said that I have known you for quite a long time, and
Right.
close to 20 years, I guess, if not more. And it's quite funny that the way that I met her was through television, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's how we met. But now today's topic, we are going to move away from that right now and go into it thick. We're going to be talking about elderly care. Eda, before we proceed any further, we'd like to have a bit of a background about you. Who are you, especially in elderly care, in the area of social health care? So how did you find your way in there?
Okay, so you know how we started. I started off, I studied accounting from the University of Benin, and
Yeah.
I worked with DA Communications, owners of RAPA and AIT in the accounts department for well over 14 years. And somewhere along the line, I wanted a change of career. And I wanted a change of career in the sciences. So, and I said to myself, it would be best to study nursing in the UK. I actually wanted nursing, clinical nursing. And then I realized that I wasn't too good with wound dressing because I was always scared of wounds. And I said to myself, okay, maybe I should do the administrative part of nursing. But because my background was in accounting from here in Nigeria, I was advised by the course advisor in Canterbury Christchurch University, Kent, where I studied, that I should do public health. So I did public health, and while studying public health, I worked as a healthcare assistant in a nursing home in the southeast of England.
Yeah.
And guess what? I think unofficially, the passion for elderly care started when I was saddled with the responsibility of caring for my aged grandfather who came down with a stroke for well over 12, 13, or 14 years. As the grandchildren, we were the ones responsible for his physiotherapy, just make sure he's doing well, his personal needs were attended to. So I think it started from then. And then when I worked in the UK as a healthcare assistant, I realized this is something I had passion for. And I said to myself that on completion of my program in the UK,
Yeah.
I was going to have to set up a nursing home as well in
Mm.
Nigeria,
Okay.
or an agency, something, or work in a nursing home when I get back, because I realized a lot of our elders, they needed that kind of care. And
Mm.
our culture, our tradition,
Yeah.
people still were in that belief that no, 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 you cannot take your parents to a nursing home. So that's
Okay.
how the journey started, actually.
Mm. Okay. Um, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I heard about it, it was pretty new to me because I still think, to a large extent, in Africa, that a lot of people who have the elderly still alive, those that are still alive, still believe in the old system that, okay, you have an elderly person, when they get old, if they live in the city, then you move them to the village to go and live. You put some young person to take care of them. I still had that mindset until I talked to you and you told me, hey, things have actually changed. Now, do you think that the work that you're doing now is actually having an impact? Is it actually reaching the people that really need it?
Yes. So I would say yes, because the awareness is there now. And
Okay.
um, coincidentally, I worked in the biggest nursing home in Nigeria. It's
Mm,
somewhere in Ikorodu,
okay.
Ijede precisely. The owner of the nursing home is a family doctor, Dr.
Mm,
Akin Fadubagbe. I think he came across my CV on LinkedIn and then
okay.
placed a call across and said, "Oh, I actually thought you were a nurse because you worked in a nursing home in the UK.
Mm,
And
mm,
so I have been looking for someone with a UK experience to help me manage my facility." When he
mm.
told me the location, Ikorodu, I was like, no, no, no. I would not leave Lekki and go stay in
Yeah,
Ikorodu.
yeah,
But let me
yeah,
go
yeah,
have a look. If I
yeah.
think I can do it, and then I will
Mm,
manage.
mm.
And he, guess what? As soon as they opened the door of the
Yeah,
estate,
yeah.
I fell in love with that place and said, I am definitely working here. So I
Mm,
worked there as the facility manager for 4 years.
mm. Yeah,
And then I told him when I turn 50, I want to be on my own, because
yeah.
this is the same thing I wish to also have, so that we don't
Mm,
have conflict of interest. I said, when I turn
yeah.
50, I am going to have to
Work.
resign and start
Yeah,
off mine. And I did.
your own agency. Um, what is the mindset generally right now? You said there's a lot of awareness. What is the general mindset of people towards the elderly and elderly care? Are they now
Well,
more inclined to put people in homes?
a lot of people have seen the reason why the nursing home is no longer the way people used to think, like, oh, you go
Mm,
drop your father or you go
yeah.
drop your mother in a nursing home and just abandon them there. No,
Mm,
it's no longer the same thing. People now understand that there are a lot of people in the nursing home because
mm,
they have the same health issues. And
yeah.
as such, they will see their peers that we are not in this alone. There are other
Mm,
people who are, people with stroke, people with
yeah.
dementia. Let me give you an example. In the olden days, a lot of people did not understand what dementia was.
Mm,
They always thought it was madness. So,
yeah.
for example, if a parent has dementia and you're talking to her this way, she's replying this way, the mindset of the people around is like, let me use the Yoruba language. "Ó dà pé màmá ti
Mm,
ya wèrè." It's like
mm,
mom is going mental,
yeah.
because they didn't understand the symptoms of dementia. But
Yeah.
now the awareness is there. People understand that they can benefit more in a
Mm,
nursing home than just
yeah.
leaving them at home in the hands of relatives or family members who also have to run and do their own business. And
Mm.
some of them at times actually lock these parents up in the
Ooh.
house and go do their
Mm,
stuff. So having
mm,
them in a nursing home is not a bad idea at the end of the day.
yeah.
And secondly, we have even come to realize that even with all these explanations, some people still don't want to bring their parents to the nursing home. Now
Mm,
we have had to open an agency where we train the carers and
yeah.
let them provide the same care in the
Mm,
comfort of the client's home. So
yeah.
that's the home care, domiciliary care.
Mm, mm. So you're
Yes,
talking mostly about quality of care.
absolutely.
Okay. So feel free to talk about this agency. It's your agency. You started this one.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What is
my
it called?
agency is
Yeah.
Mothiham support workers,
Okay.
Mothiham support workers, and then
Mm,
we provide person-centered care in the
What does that
comfort
mean?
of the clients. Okay, so person-centered care is so Ehi, you and I are getting old now. Okay, we're
Hey,
gonna
hey,
come
hey, hey,
down.
hey, speak for
Yeah,
yourself.
don't
Not
get scared. Don't get
don't
scared.
don't go there. Don't.
We are we are in an aging population.
Yes,
You
yes, you're right.
understand?
You're right.
And
You're
what
right.
that means is we are going to be getting older, but living
Mm,
with health issues.
issues. Yeah.
Our parents are living longer, but they are
Mm,
coming down with diabetes,
and
hypertension,
health
stroke,
complications.
cancer,
Yeah. Mm,
dementia, name it.
mm,
Multiple sclerosis, different kinds of health issues. And
yeah.
they are living longer. Do you not say because they're down with these illnesses, they should just
Mm,
go like that?
go like that.
I
Yeah.
have a client who is in her 90s. She has a
Yeah.
stroke, but she's doing very well. So they are
Mm,
going to be what I mean by person-centered care that you were asking is the care you give to client A
yeah.
is not the same care you're going to give to client B. So
Mm,
person-centered. Your
okay.
care will be, your care plan will be
Designed
centered around your
specifically
needs.
for, yeah, yep, okay, got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, you can continue. What other services
Yeah,
do you
so we
provide?
have various lots and lots of um, home care
Mm,
providers in Nigeria now, in
okay,
Lagos in particular, because I'm in
mm,
Lagos. We have a lot of nursing homes. For the privately owned nursing homes, we have
yeah,
over 15 alone in Lagos.
mm,
Ibadan too, it has a lot.
yeah,
Benin has maybe two or three I've come across.
mm,
Okay, and then some people will say, okay, let me bring my dad, let me bring my mom to the nursing home. And when
mm,
at times we think that they are doing better, because sometimes, yes, they get better when they get there
yeah,
because they are
mm,
they are introduced to maybe physiotherapy, and then
yeah,
a psychiatric doctor will come in and see
mm,
the ones with
yeah,
mental health issues. If we think they're getting better, some of these parents, some of these children will actually ask the parents to move back home, while
yeah,
some will say, oh, because they have their peers in there and then they can
mm,
socialize,
yeah,
they would rather just leave them there and then once
mm,
in a while come in to pick them for vacation. We also have activity centers. So you don't want your parents to be in the nursing home, but at the same time, you don't want to leave them in the house
yeah,
all day not doing anything. You can take them
mm,
to an activity center. That's the one I advertised last week, being
yeah,
run by the Trinity Church,
yeah,
Pastor Itwa Igodalo's foundation. There's a
mm,
foundation that is organizing that. So you take them to the facility activity center, sorry.
mm,
Or
yeah,
if you don't have the time to bring them, we are making a provision for a staff bus that
mm,
is going to come to your house,
convey them,
pick
yeah,
them,
pick them up, yeah,
take them to the activity center. We have
mm,
lots of games for them, lots of
yeah,
activities, karaoke,
mm,
sing along, pampering,
yeah,
manicure and pedicure. Some of them play Ludo, some of them
mm,
play Ayo, some of
yeah,
them do draft. There are
mm,
numerous activities that they do for them. Like
mm,
the nursing home where I said I worked, before
yeah,
COVID, we used to
yeah,
even take them to the zoo. Sometimes we take
wow,
them to the park. There's a very
mm,
beautiful park at Alausa where we take them there. The families meet up there. Sometimes we celebrate their birthdays there. I mean, there are
mm.
loads and lots of stuff that we can do with them.
Nice. Someone, Gladys, I don't know if you can see the comment that was made here. You know, she was just actually supporting the same stuff that you had said, that some people even call the ailment dementia as like bewitchment.
Yes, yes, it was
So
that bad. It was that
that
bad.
okay. So on to this particular issue that I think I had mentioned it before. How does the government? I mean, yours is a private agency, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of policies is the government, for instance, putting across to help an agency like yours? I mean, now you say that there are quite a few of them, but perhaps it's not even enough because the aging population is a growing population in Africa right now.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
what are there any visible assistance or visible handprint of the government in all the work that you're doing? Do you see anything? Are they contributing anything at
Um,
all?
yes, but maybe not enough, but yes, they
Mm,
are. So, for example, I'll take Lagos, for example. I know
okay.
that different states have different ministries that
Mm,
regulate nursing homes in their states.
okay.
So I'll take Lagos, for example, which is where I
Mm,
stay.
yeah.
Lagos, the ministry that regulates nursing home is the Ministry of Youth and Social Development
Okay.
in Alausa. because they say it's a
Mm,
social responsibility we are doing.
mm,
So
yeah.
there is, you don't just come in and open a nursing home. You have to go through them. They will give you a list of the things you need to put in place
Okay.
before they give you a final approval. So they will
Mm,
give you first a 6 monthly approval and tell you these are the things you must put in place. Like the CQC in London, for example, they will come in
mm,
and do their checks. They will
okay.
do announced visits and sometimes
Mm,
unannounced visits.
okay.
And they actually do that. They do come in and they come with their crew. And if they
Okay.
find that the things they have asked you to put in place is not in place,
Yeah.
there are consequences. So yes, and then yeah, the governor's wife sometimes supports the nursing homes by giving them a lot of how will I put it now? Food items.
Yeah.
Is it
Mm,
diapers? Is it medications? So they do some visit like that. Some
mm,
NGOs also come in. They come in and
yeah.
visit. Even individuals, they will tell you, "Oh, it's my mother's 80th birthday, and we want to celebrate it in the nursing home." They
Mm,
actually come. The
yeah.
only thing we don't do for confidentiality, we don't allow picture taking, and we
Okay.
don't
Oh,
allow
that is it. That
videography.
is that's absolute no. Hey,
Yes.
Edda, before I have a few more questions, loads of questions, but I want us to take this comment, which I think is very, very important. We have D Dream or Sa. How can one get in contact with you?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he will have to pin my phone number. Um, I don't know where you're asking that question from, but if you're outside Nigeria, you have to put the
Yeah.
code +234
Mm,
808 four
okay.
one two 8988. I'll take
Okay.
that
Plus.
again.
Yeah, but
Plus
hold on. You
two
know what?
three
I
four.
will, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it. Let's see if I can even add it right now. But what you were saying, I would like you to, while we're doing that, I would like you to expand more on the kind of service, because I think people will be very interested in those, in the did you call it personal care thing that you talk?
Domiciliary care. So we are domiciled in your personal home.
Okay. All right. So give me the number again so that I will put it, try and fix it here.
Plus two
Plus,
three four
yeah,
808
808
412
412, yeah,
8988.
8988. Okay. I have included it in the scrolling text. So let's see if it shows. Yep. Okay. So that's it.
Awesome.
So I have included that. So you D Dream or Sa, you can get the number from there. And of course, I think Edda is on social media. You can also find her on Facebook. Like I said before, this is how I found out what she was up to. It was on Facebook. So it will keep running. And also thank you for that comment. That was welcome. So, Edda, talk to me more about this. This is very interesting, I said. So, but before we do that, let's give a recap of exactly what we're on about today. So, we are talking about elderly care in Nigeria, in Africa, well, especially in Nigeria, where you currently reside, where you do your work. And the question that I posed, which you vehemently, which you almost angrily, passionately said, nope, nope, nope. Could you explain why you said no to this? Is growing old a confirmed death sentence in Africa?
Absolutely not.
And
Absolutely not. It
why
is
do you
not.
say that?
I say
Why do you
that
say
because we can all age gracefully,
that?
either
Okay.
in good health or in ill health. It doesn't matter. So long as you give them the care and support that they need,
Mm,
they can age gracefully.
okay.
Okay. Some of our parents, the reason they age and they feel, oh, what kind of life is this, is because of loneliness.
Okay.
Okay. So it is that loneliness we are trying to take away and make sure that they have a very meaningful life. And then, I mean, they can age gracefully. That's the word I always love to use. Let them age
Yeah.
gracefully.
Mm.
Let them
So
enjoy old age.
old age. Now, we have looked at it from two perspectives. We have looked at it from the side of your perspective as a caregiver, and
Yeah.
narrowly a little bit, we'll dig into that more, a bit into the parts where those that are so quote unquote responsible for the care of the elderly. How do your clients actually feel? Do they give you feedback, and how do they give you feedback?
Oh, definitely. They do give us feedback because we even have um, where they can actually fill a form to tell us the kind of care. So, for the nursing home, for example, I will give
Yeah.
you an instance. You can when I was managing Rock Garden Homes for the elderly, that I said is the
Mm,
biggest in Nigeria.
yeah.
I actually did not go there as just a manager. I
Mm,
was I was physically giving birth to my clients as well because
wow.
I wanted my carers to feel if the manager can do it, then
Yeah.
who
Mm,
am I? And you
okay.
find that when you are doing this passionately,
Mm,
not just for the money, passionately, you will find these elderly people actually praying for you.
okay. Mm,
For the purpose of those who don't understand Yoruba, I will interpret. I remember
okay.
one day I was giving personal care, and the mama said, Oshe, Oshe, Omo a ṣerú ẹ̀ fún ẹ. Like your children will also take care of you. They actually pray for you. And those prayers, they mean a lot. And I always tell people, I say these prayers of these old people goes a long way. So
Mm,
when you are taking care of the elderly, take care of them like you're taking care of your own parents.
mm,
How would you feel if the reverse was the case? It was your mom or your dad that was in the nursing home. How would you want them to be treated? So treat these clients the way you want your parents to be treated. See them as your own parents.
yeah.
So
Mm,
yes, they pray for us a lot. And funny enough, you get so attached to some of them that when they pass on,
yeah.
the way you cry,
Mm,
is more the children themselves will be the one telling you, Mrs. Seda, it's okay now.
mm, mm,
Mama has gone to rest. But because
yeah.
you have this bond with her, you just feel, oh my God, you mean I'm not going to see Mrs. So person anymore?
Yeah.
That's how
Mm,
passionate you can go into this kind of job.
mm. Let's compare. Let's do a comparison,
Okay.
so that we find out what still needs to be done. Because it's in the West, which you studied in the UK. You got a lot of your experience from the UK. In the West,
Right.
it is a multi-million euro, dollar, pounds field. If I no, I wouldn't say it's a business. It's social care, so I wouldn't call it a business. But for some in the private sector, it is a business.
Hmm.
What is missing for it to get to that level in Africa? Is it that we're still at the early stages, or what needs to be done to speed it up?
Well, I think the government needs to be part of this
Mm,
fully because let me take UK for example. If I was to own a nursing home in the UK, I don't have to market it. The NHS will be the one to actually give me clients based on
client,
my
yeah,
postcode.
yeah,
Do you understand? That is
mm,
because they value the lives of these elderly people. So when they need those kind of social services, they will ask for their postcode and
mm,
send to the nursing homes within that postcode.
yeah,
But here in Nigeria, you have to on your own, word of mouth. You have to tell people that this kind of thing exists.
mm,
So the government needs to do more concerning
yeah.
the elderly. Yes, they
Mm.
really need to do more.
Okay. So, where can we find how do you have the agency? Do you have one location, or is it like you just temporarily hire people to do the jobs and
No,
or
no, 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 no.
how-
So you don't just pick anybody on the streets to do the
okay.
job. You
Yeah.
have to train them. So for me, I use a UK academy to train my carers. Some
Okay.
of my carers are actually experienced because they've done
Mm,
the work before. So
yeah.
I make sure I use experienced carers, and then the
Mm,
ones who are not experienced, they go through the training.
yeah.
They work with an experienced carer first
Mm,
before we start sending them out.
mm. You sound
So
passionate
we
about what you do, though. You sound
Yeah.
passionate about what
Oh,
you do.
yes.
So,
This is
yeah.
what I plan to do for the rest of my life. This is my retirement.
So are there any downsides? Are there any moments where you feel, okay, you know what, I'm done with this?
I do not see that coming in the nearest future. No, I don't think
Mm,
so. Apparently, I was just before we spoke last week, I told
yeah,
you I was actually going to go into the nursing aspect fully. I'm going
yeah.
to have my own nursing home.
Oh,
What I've been doing in the past is managing nursing homes for people who the family doctors or
Yeah.
medical doctors who run a nursing home. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to go into mine. And I told you, I said I'm going to have to do the administrative part of nursing, the
Yeah.
master's and
Yeah.
PhD. Right.
Okay.
So I'm still going to do that because I still want to have a nursing home of my own
Mm.
alongside. Already in the agency, I have over 10 clients. And then,
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to have the nursing home as well. Like I
Mm.
told you, that's my retirement. That's what I want to sit and do for the rest of my
Mhm.
life.
Mm. So I know that getting old can be a very lonely, very, very lonely place to be, and it doesn't really matter how much you have made. Is there a huge disparity? Do you pick and choose the clientele that you have, or what
Okay, so
endears
I
you
don't get to
towards? Yeah.
choose. No, I don't get to
Yeah.
choose. We have three
Mm.
types of clients that we
Okay.
handle in the nursing homes
Yeah.
or in the domiciliary home. We have the
Okay.
ones we call the independent clients. So the
Mm.
independent client is still able to move around, is still
Okay.
able to wear his or her clothes, is
Yeah.
still able to take his bath, but maybe
Mm.
we need to help with, activities of
Okay.
daily living, help
Mm.
with meal preparation,
Yeah.
medication administration, making
Mm.
sure they don't wander away, especially the
Yeah.
ones who
Yeah.
have dementia but are
Yeah.
still able to move around. And then we
Mm.
have the semi-dependent clients. So
Yeah.
those ones are the one we call the 50-50. They can do some things, they
And they
can do
can.
some
Yeah.
other things. Yeah.
Mm.
And then we have the very dependent clients, which are the ones
Mm.
who are bedbound. So we
Okay.
don't get to choose. What we
Mm.
do during the assessment stage is to know the level of needs
Yeah.
that client is going to be needing, and
Mm.
then we now decide for their care plans what we
Yeah.
need to put in place to support
Mm.
them.
Mm. Are there any pushbacks? Do people challenge what you're doing constantly, or have you ever gotten any difficulties in this line of work?
The only difficulty is with clients' families in the
Okay.
sense that, so for example, you're dealing with maybe a client's daughter or
Yeah.
son calls you, and maybe they are from a polygamous home,
Okay.
and she
Mm.
feels, or maybe she's experienced, she lives abroad, she feels,
Mm.
oh, my dad or daddy will benefit more in a nursing home. And then the
Okay.
other children feels, no, we
Yeah.
don't want my father in the nursing home. And then
Mm.
there's this clash. So
Okay.
during assessment stage, we
A slight. It's the late evening drag, of course.
agree,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
to
Okay.
agree
just
that
like
this
just
is
like
good.
we predicted. Just like we predicted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a bit of a lull. Yeah. We can continue. Don't worry about it. This happens.
Okay.
This is Niger, right? Or Africa. So things like this happen. So, but hey, let's
Yeah.
continue. You were saying
Yeah, so I
the
was talking
challenges, the
about,
difficulties that you
families
face.
not
Yeah.
agreeing, not
Mm,
agreeing, as a family to have their father or their mother in a
mm,
nursing home. So at
yeah.
times you will see that, oh no, if you bring my father to a nursing home, I'm coming back there to take him back home. So we
Mm,
always tell them, can you please agree as a family
yeah.
before bringing
Yeah.
daddy to the home?
Okay. So we have a situation here where, okay, basically what it is that D Dream Osa also still has some questions. So I'll put the question across right here. So he seems very interested in what's going on. So hopefully Eda will be able to answer this. But on her behalf, I would say, based on my own little experience, I would say that yes, the training does come with certification. So if that is what
Yes.
you require,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. The training
Uh,
comes with certification. Yeah.
mm, so
It
there's no
comes with
way.
certification, and it also
Yeah,
comes with hands-on train, and as we send them into nursing homes
yeah,
to get that first-hand experience.
yeah. So that is a very. I think that is the most vital part of it. Also, I don't think EDA or your agency would work with anybody who is not certified. I think gone are the days where you would just pick anybody off. Like you said, you wouldn't be picking up anybody from the streets to come and start taking care of people who need this specific particular care. It's not an everyday. You have to be trained to be able to deal with it. It's not as easy as people might see it, especially where you have to administer medication and you have to administer, physical care and all those kind of things. So it's very, very vitally important that the person who is going to be dealing with these issues has to be certified, has to have a certain level of training. Like, how many years would it take, Eda, if you can still hear me? How many years would it take for one to actually qualify? Especially, I think more people should be qualified to do that. You do offer some training. How many years, or what would it take for someone to be qualified to do this? Okay, so we are waiting for Eda to come back. We have a slight hitch there. So, but to take you back, what we have on today, we are talking about elderly care, and how the challenges, how it is in Africa, in Nigeria especially, what challenges people face getting by. And I would love to hear, if you guys, if anybody's out there, what your experience is right now, what you are going through, especially if, I mean, a lot of people have elderly that they take care of in Nigeria, or people that are, aging right now, that they do look after, that they have to worry about in so many ways. How are you dealing with it? Is the care home something that you've been thinking about? Is it something that you would choose as an option for yourself to take your elderly parents or relative to? Based on the information that Eda has been given to us, it seems like more and more agencies, more and more opportunities are being created in Nigeria, in Africa, for people to do that. Um, Based on the experience, based on the knowledge of what the Western society, I mean, the Western society is not the perfect place, of course, but they often have a lot of provisions for those who have started to age, just to give them an opportunity to live the rest of their lives the best way, and in good quality health care as they can. That being growing old should not be a death sentence in any shape or form. So it's something that more governmental agencies should, invest in and take a better look at. And it's something that, we need to know that at some point in time, we all will be in that situation. Forgive me. We all will be in that situation, and it's something that we should consider, especially knowing that old age can be a very, very lonely, very, very lonely place. So hopefully we do get Eda back. If not, we will definitely. It's not the end of this subject. It's something that we need to delve into much more. This is One House. I'm Ehin Akimio. Of course, we will continue to, while we wait for Eda to come back. And here we are. So basically what it is that we're talking about elderly care in Africa, in Nigeria. And I'm hoping that Eda will come back and give us more information about it, and how you can also take full advantage of what exists currently in Nigeria, on the continent. There's so many. I also read that the countries that are doing quite well would include countries like Egypt and South Africa. They have, when it comes to elderly care, they have, advanced. They have started a long, long time ago, so they're well advanced in that field. So, and gradually Nigeria is catching up, and hopefully this will continue to spread across Africa, so that those who have the burden of having to take care of their elderly parents, or having to take care of elderly parents that are not as mobile as they used to be, like giving back to them, will be able to give them the kind of health care, the quality of care that they do deserve at their old age. Yes. I have a comment here from the CEO show. Yes, okay, I see you. Yes, yes, okay. Let me post this one. So this is Eda. She says yes, the training comes with certification. So yes, so that's it. Okay. So what we'll do, we will Hopefully, those of you who have been able to take part in today's show, thank you very much. And as soon as we can, we will get Edda back, and we will talk more about the agency which she runs particularly, and so that you can be part of it. As you can see, the numbers to reach her will be +234-808-412-8988. Give her a call, send her a message. I think she's also on WhatsApp, and you can always find Edda on Facebook and different social media platforms, and reach out and get more information so that you can give your elderly parents or elderly relatives the kind of quality of care that they do deserve, in their at the peak of everything that they have contributed to society and to your lives. So on behalf of Edda, since she couldn't come back right now, I'd like to say a big thank you to you. And hopefully you guys will make more comments and more suggestions in the replay when you watch later on. So thank you for being a part of today's show. I'm Ehena Kimio, and talk to you guys soon. Bye.